Moving on to promotions and job posting. For professional development, Reading and Math Inc. supports professional development of staff and encourages employees to pursue greater or different responsibilities through internal job postings and or manager-initiated opportunities. For open positions, external positions are usually posted on various career websites like Career Builder, Monster, Indeed, including our servetogrow.org organizational website. And internal positions are typically announced through an all-staff email. However, the decision not to post a position may be made when there is lawful non-discriminatory basis for doing so. And then for internal movement, an employee must be in their current position for at least 6 months and in good standing in order to be considered for a promotion. Volunteer policy. So Reading and Math Inc. does have a volunteer policy that is available for our regular employees, and this allows employees to volunteer at least volunteer 1 hour per week during your regular work hours. So the volunteer duties and location must be approved by the employee's supervisor, and a comment must be indicated on your timesheet where this applies. So if you do have an organization that you'd like to volunteer with, we are a service organization ourselves, so we do understand and value the importance of volunteering. Just make sure that you're employing or you're talking to your supervisor about it. Sick and safe time. So this is for our temporary employees and also regular employees under a 0.5 FTE, which means that work under 20 hours a week. So this is only applicable to those specific employee groups. Folks that are scheduled to work at least 80 hours in a calendar year are eligible for sick and safe time, which can be used in accordance with the Minneapolis Sick and Safe Time ordinance, so which applies to all eligible employees in all states. So even though it is a Minneapolis ordinance, we are applying it across the country. And it does coincide with other sick and safe time policies in other states as well. So the way you can use sick and safe time are for these specific reasons. This is not to be put in the place of PTO. So this is very different than regular paid time off. So it is for treatment, recuperation, or preventative care for a medical or mental health condition, illness or injury of the employee or covered family member. You may seek law enforcement, counseling, or other services for domestic abuse, sexual assault, or stalking suffered by the employee or covered family member via sick and safe time. And it's also to care for a family member during an emergency closure of school or place of care, including for inclement weather. So sick and safe time begins to accrue upon your hire date at a rate of 1 hour for every 30 hours worked. So you will need to be employed at least 90 days prior to using your sick and safe time. So even though that sick and safe time is accruing within the first 90 days of your employment, you can't use it until you hit 90 days of employment with Reading and Math Inc. Unused sick and safe time does roll over at each anniversary date, and the accrual is capped at 80 hours. So sick and safe time is not paid out upon termination. And if an employee terminates and returns to work within 90 days, their previously unused sick and safe time is reinstated. So we also have annual performance reviews and evaluations. So around mid to late fall is when our merit increases are awarded, and then goals and performance planning really start happening. At the end of summer and early fall is when we have our self-appraisals. Performance reviews are due from your employee and your supervisor. And then all year long, we do have status check-ins, updates, goals, coaching, and feedback provided by the supervisor, and the employee, of course, is involved in those. Our salary structure. So we have ways to maintain equity within our salary structure. and within our organization when it comes to pay. So we have a job description for each individual job. Those can be found in Ignite under employee resources and job description. So you can go out there and look for anyone's job description in our organization, and it is there for you to look at. We also have each position in a salary grade and range. So each position is slotted within a specific range. And then we also conduct compensation surveys. So typically those are done every 3 years. And that will help determine our market value of positions, and then also where we're slotting people within our compensation structure. Individual compensation is based on your job grades, what we talked about within that structure, your skills and experience, internal equity. So we don't want two people that are the same position that have equal tenure here at Reading and Math Inc. to be paid significantly different. It is based on skills and experience, but internal equity is very important. Performance always determines merit increase potential as well. And then what it boils down to always is budget. What kind of a budget do we have to spend for our merit increases? So if you have any questions, that concludes what we're talking about today. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, sarah.evans@servetogrow.org. Some of the resources that I covered here are the handbook, which is located in the share drive, and Ignite, located in employee resources. You can feel free, of course, to chat me, send me an email, whatever you're comfortable with. Thanks a lot, and we're so glad that you're here.